Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the Bluedio A Air headphones. As usual with cheaper wireless headphones, they can have some issues, but they are nice in some ways. First of all, the build quality is good. They have this super bendy headband, which I guess is to make them more durable, and they do feel quite durable. There's quite a tough plastic on the outside there, and then some of the pieces here, the connectors, are made of a mix of metal and plastic. And there is a build quality issue here. When I walk, I can hear something rattling around inside the right ear. Now, when you're listening to these through one of the cables, they sound fantastic. There's no hiss like you get in the Bluetooth mode, and they sound just superb. I was listening to Deadmau 5, or Dead Mouse, however you want to say that. And even though normally I'd want to hear that with bass, like I'm used to with my bassy headphones, this actually sounded superb. Just sounds great. But in Bluetooth mode, wireless, not so much. They give you a few different kinds of cables, TRRS to TRS. Now these on here have a mechanical volume control, which I think is a very nice addition. This cable has a button, will normally pause or play the music, and I guess if you have a phone call, that could also be used to answer it. Now this also comes with a little extension cable and allows you to plug this into a computer that has separate connections for the microphone and the headphones. And then you have your standard phone charger cable, a noodle about a meter long. And then you have another cable here, which is TRS to TRS. And this is for going from your headphones to a device that doesn't accept TRRS, like this. Now these headphones came ridiculously overpackaged. It's just way too much material and layers for a £50 pair of headphones. And I really think they should have spent all of this time and effort that they put into the packaging into getting user feedback before releasing headphones. I'm sure some people are going to like this, but I think it's just too much. A nice manual here. I didn't check to see whether this was understandable. Then it had this. Now I think some people would like that it came with, you know, some nice accessories. I think most people would prefer to just save a little bit of money and just get the headphones. It's a fairly nice sort of semi-hard case. I have never even considered keeping a £50 pair of headphones in a case. It's not that £50 is nothing, it's just that you want to have them on your head, and then if you have a bag, a backpack or anything, you put them in the backpack. In my opinion, they're fine. You don't need to carry a whole thing like this. Then it's got a really nice little pouch here, which this I actually like. And the case does hold both of those things nicely. The headband is pretty soft and comfortable, so are the ear pads. Now, even though these are supposed to be over-ear headphones, my ear is just about squeezed in there. So they're sort of over-ear. Like this piece touches my ear and presses a tiny bit, and this piece touches my ear and presses a tiny bit. So I've definitely used worse, but these are not particularly comfortable. Now the controls here, they're a little bit weird. Sometimes they don't seem to work all that well. Press to change volume, and then you long press to skip track. I don't particularly like that the buttons are quite noisy. Not the best. I'd say you're better off just controlling it from the phone. Connecting this to your phone or laptop or whatever is pretty easy. You just hold down the button. Most headphones just make a little beep or something or flash the lights. But here we have a lady that talks every time you do anything.
Thought connected.
Now I'm sure you're wondering what she's saying there, and I am too. So yeah, this lady talks all the time. She talks quite loudly, and there's no way to turn her down, which I find a little bit annoying. There's no separate volume control between the headphones and the device that you're connected to. So if you change the volume on here, it's going to change the volume on there, and vice versa. I mean, it's just one volume split between both of them. And that means that, first of all, it's a little bit annoying. You don't have as many steps and variations as you'd normally have with different devices, and it's just a little bit strange that you can't normally get to the volume that you want. And also, a lot of the time you might find that the minimum is too high or the maximum is too low. Here what I found is that the maximum is dangerously high and the minimum is not minimum. It's sort of like medium on most headphones. So definitely overall too high when connected to some devices. They are like a little Bluetooth speaker. So my microphone is where my head is, over here. And you can hear these like, I mean, these are probably as loud as my laptop's own speakers. Let's test that. This is at maximum. So these They're almost as loud as my MacBook speakers. I would consider that dangerous levels of volume. I don't think that's a good thing that I would want to put on my ears if I accidentally have the volume too loud. And these are not too loud when connected via a cable. They go from low to high, just like normal headphones do. Another issue is that when you change volume, these things make these little clicky sound things. Here's what that sounds like. Not very nice. They have a hiss. Now the hiss turns on and off, which I'm not sure if that makes it worse or not. So that means that whenever you're doing stuff on the machine, you're constantly hearing this hiss turn on and off. And when you play music, when the music is quiet, you're going to hear that hiss in the background. And it is the worst hiss that I've heard from anything. So my conclusion is that these could have been really good, but there's just too many issues. They really need to give it to some users to test and give feedback, and then listen to that feedback and change it. Check out my review of the Psych ZX. They are half the price of the Bluedio and about 20 million times better. Check out my review of the Sony XB950BT, which is just so good. Still the best I've tried. Costs more, but worth every penny. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to support this channel, then you can have a look at these on Amazon down below. If you really still want to get these, there'll be links down below.